All right, everybody, we have the Founders Edition game theory table being unloaded. I am not going to be able to set it up right after it's delivered, but we'll get the process started here any minute now. Make sure all the boxes are intact and go from there. Well, he just brought that to the edge. Good Lord. Thankfully, yep. Thankfully, everything looks intact. All right, we have 4 boxes, nicely crated. Kind of cool latches, makes taking the top off a lot easier. All right, let me cut it apart and see what we got. All right, cutting open the first box. Looks like we have our table legs and caps. I have the Onyx version, so that's going to be nice. I'm going to pull those out, get to the next one. Alright, so I got the legs unpacked. I'm sure those caps go on a certain way so the edges don't overhang, but we got the 4 legs, and then we got hardware. Not me hardware, but hardware. Oh, yeah, it was a joke. Didn't probably work out. But, alright, so we have the legs. I'm on to the next part. Alright, now one of the extras, I don't think this came with the table generically. I believe this is one of the side tables that you would put if you were doing tabletop stuff. You know, you got your dice and your people and whatnot, or you can put the laptop on here to plug into the table to run the games. I'm assuming that's what this is for. Looks gorgeous. So, on to the next box. Alright, so open up the small box. Looks like we have the table fillers. These are like cushions that you can put stuff on. That way you don't scratch up the table finish. These are going to be card displays, I assume. Let's take a look. Alright, so these are nice and smooth. Got a little bit of a rubber back. Put those in the holes, and then when you drop stuff on them, it isn't going to scratch the table up. And these are the card holders. I don't think I really have anything that would use those. My daughter likes Pokemon cards, but she just really collects them. But you just stick the cards in the slots. That way they're facing you and nobody else if you're doing some kind of game thing. I only got 2. Wasn't really sure if I would ever use them. But if I need them, then there's always more. All right, let's go to the last box before the table. All right, so this box is a little chonky. These are the sections of the table that are the top. So while this is a open inside table with a touchscreen TV to do either digital maps or games on, you can use it as a regular table. So this will be our new kitchen table where everyone can sit and have breakfast and whatnot. Or lunch, besides the dining room table. But this will have a very nice top and very nice finish to it. So let's go see what the rest of it looks like. All right, here we go. And there we have the arena. Stand by one more minute. All right, so we have, these are the square pegs. It looks like that's where the caps go on, so the leg goes underneath that. We got the pull-outs for drinks. There is a seal, so if you were to get this wet, not like 5 hours of constant running water, but if you spill a drink or something, you'll be able to wipe it up without any harm to the product. These are the inserts that people can put stuff on, and that's what those rubber smooth inserts were for. There's supposed to be a mat, I guess that's coming later, that will go over the TV itself just as an added layer of protection. But there we have it. We'll, I don't know if I'll be able to get this in the house this afternoon or not, but we will put that together and give it a test run. Can't wait. All right, I got it in the house. I will say that this thing is bigger and heavier than you think. Now there are pieces, obviously, like I had said, it's tough to see them over there, that go over the top to turn it into a normal table. Just not going to be doing that yet because I need to fire it up and get it updated. These are the extra pads. Otherwise, it's just this black underneath. On both sides of the table, I got to figure out which is what. But this side of the table, there are 2 cords. And on the other side of the table is 1. So that is going to be how you fire it up and do all the extras. And here are the little game card holders. As you can see, they fit right in these parts right here, so you can still put whatever you want and then the dice on top. It's kind of a cool feature. These come out to be cleaned, in case you didn't see that. Come out to be cleaned, and you can tell all the way on the inside, this is wood. It's obviously just got a protective, kind of a lacquered type finish on the outside for protection, but it's 100% solid wood. On each side, I got the remote is in here, and I don't know what these are for yet, so we'll have to figure that out. But every position has a drawer. I'm not a fan of the drawers. They pull out kind of sloppy and kind of go in sloppy. I would hope they would kind of be on more of a rail, but as you can see, they just kind of twist. But I mean, they look nice, and it's not like you're going to be using them all the time. And then these corner pieces are impressive, because one of the major issues, I wouldn't say major, one of the big problems I had read on the tables prior to this were that these corners were really loose and moving around and did not fit well. I talked with them before ordering. This was the Founder Edition, so this is kind of like a Kickstarter type thing. That they said they were working on a solution and they were fixing that. Don't worry about it. So I said, okay. And it looks like it fits nice, but it's also magnetized. So this doesn't spin and turn around and act stupid. It's in there. Obviously, I have 4. The other 2 are out because I have the cords. But once the cords are run down the legs and then out to whatever they're supposed to be run to, then we will be ready to go. So again, here it is. Oh, and I get a nice kind of cool Founder's plaque in the very front. And I am 65 of 400. So there we have it. And now I got to hook everything up and get it fired up, and then we'll take a look at it once that's done. Just to add on, underneath the table we have some nice speaker holes. And these are magnetized little service entries to get to the TV on the inside, I'm assuming. And underneath we have plugs and USBs to plug in phones or Androids or laptops or anything like that on both sides of the table. Nice strong wood, looks kind of cool. So the not as cool but very cool underside of the table. Just real quick, I have to go get my daughter, so I wanted to make sure the table was covered up. So this is the table with the hard shell on top. And what's cool, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but these catches have a trough in them, so if you should happen to spill a little bit, that trough will help keep it off of the TV. It doesn't 100% matter because the TV is liquid resistant, not proof, but resistant. But at the same time, it's just another added feature making the table very nice. All right, of course I couldn't wait, so plugged it in. This is what we're looking at. Oh. So it's like a giant Android tablet. Hook it up to the internet here and get it patched, which is again another quickie. And here we have on the table the game of life. Why not? And you can have up to 4 players on this specific one. Just download them like you would on your Android phone. Pretty cool. And that's big. Well, there we have it. This is the Founder Edition Arena game table.